Hi, this is me again, Mr. J, the one and only MGTOW the Joker, back with another video. And today we're going to have some great content. We are going to have some great content to you. We're going to talk about cancel culture. I think that cancel culture has been a little bit of problem to people out there. And the other day I was on my Twitter account and I came across this tweet from Jordan Peterson in which he was claiming to be considered to people and give people a second chance. And that's what he was claiming to others to be considerate to people, especially the big corporations. Um, and he said that explicitly to the people that are coming up, people that are teenage, because nowadays it's all about competition in the world of business. It's all about competitions in all sorts of corporate ladder. It's a cutthroat world. So companies are not giving any room for any mistakes. And what I want to talk is about some strategies and that you can use to go through life while you're making money. And if you stick to the end, I promise you, you will have a different perspective about what cancel culture may represent. And I will give you some contributions that will possibly help you in the future. But before we continue, remember to follow me on Twitter, Reddit, and Instagram. And now, without further ado, let's get this video started.
Who can play that game? Because you are a joke. You're a joker.
Alrighty then, cancel culture. Cancel culture. It's been a problem to a lot of people out there, especially when people who have high ranks, they are going to scrutinize you as hell, to include all the things that you post in the websites and all the things you would post in social media. And this was quite a problem. As a matter of fact, these are one of the things that that is happening right now. Let me go ahead and show you. So this is a tweet that I came across the other day. Jordan Peterson actually posted. He was talking about this young lady. She was hoping to get a CEO position. And he said, imagine having you stupid teenage actions performed, recorded, and available for your casual destruction at any moment. And then ask yourself if anyone could live successfully under these conditions. And then obviously it was referred to this article he said he got from Teen Vogue, where the CEO, the editorial CEO, got canceled, and she didn't receive her her position. And basically what it says here, if Teen Vogue can fire an editor for her teenage tweets, no one is safe. Yeah, that's what happens right now. All the companies are scrutinizing you and they're checking you up. They're checking you, everything that you have posted, to see if there's any situation or anything that it doesn't conform to what they're looking for. And let me tell you, it's cutthroat out there. It's so bad. It says that teenagehood is critical period of self-growth and social maturation. It's time when we make our most mortified errors, develop a moral code, and correct our worst flaws and impulse, or attempt to anyway. And then this years are for partying, learning about your sexuality, rebelling against parental norms, experiencing with alcohol, and making a variety of irresponsible, purely decisions in the moment because these seem fun. And that's for everyone. That is it's the mentality of of a teenage. It's a mentality of instant gratification at the moment. I was like, I'm not gonna follow this thing. This where my parents are telling me what to do and this, that, and the other thing. And believe me, all the people know best. That's why I try to listen to them, because they have a great deal of knowledge and wisdom. But unfortunately, most of us, when we are young, we don't pay attention to those things, and we just let things happen, and one thing leads to another, and we close our opportunities ourselves. Nobody else does that, and especially when we use social media to express ourselves and to express our frustrations and everything. So the article continued by saying, as liberal society founded on principles of forgiveness, mercy, and second chance, it has always been assumed that teenage should be afforded the leeway to make mistakes learned and mature. These principles are rapidly eroding now. That is right. These principles of giving second chances to people, especially teenagers, are eroding now. And because we are in competition, people don't care about it. People do not care whether you have made a mistake or something like that. They'll kick you off the ground. They'll cancel you. Whatethey it is that they don't like from you or whatever. They'll make an issue out of it. It says early this month, Alex C. McCammond was named editor-in-chief of Teen Vogue, a prolific political reporter at Axios, writing on issues relating to race, inequality, and presidential affairs. She was poised to lift up the stories and voice to our most vulnerable communities, she said in the statement. However, after her appointment, there was an internal revolt among Teen Vogue staff, where after more than 20 employees discovered the McCammond decade-old tweets and sent letters commending them on their new editor-in-chief to manage a Condé Nast, to management of Condé Nast. So it also say that following the outrage of the staff and two advertisers, Condé Nast decided to part ways with McCammond after having many difficult and important conversations and not wanting to overshadow the important work happening in Teen Vogue, according to a company memo sent by staff on March 18. So as you can see, it is cutthroat. It is cutthroat. You are not going to be able to, if you decide to go to the corporate ladder, it is really hard to actually go and climb the ladder and go to one. The best thing to do, in my opinion, is get there, get your skills, get your money, get out. That's basically what it is. Start your own thing. You make a transition into get all the skills that you can from these people. Get all the money that you can from these people. and be able to start your own thing. Because in reality, I mean, if you leave it to somebody else to give you a job, or start looking for something, you're always going to find out that your job isn't yours. So the minute that you don't perform, they're going to kick you out. A good thing about it is that if you can say, okay, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and do what I gotta do in this place. Not gonna talk to anybody. I'm just gonna come over here and make my own money, and then leave, do my own thing. That would be much better. That would be, in my opinion, much better, and make that transition. So, because as you can see in this whole article, I mean, this they're gonna actually try to hurt you in any way, shape, or form when you have performed something as ridiculous as putting some tweets in the internet, and during your teenage years. And oh, by the way, all of a sudden now, these tweets came back to haunt you. So that is the reason why when you go out there and get yourself a job or something like that, you try to keep it low. Try to get yourself into getting your money, and get out as quick as you can from the job. That is my opinion. And all this article is just saying all these offensive tweets that this lady have done, and all of a sudden it came back to haunt them. And that's how it works. That's competition. And if you're not willing to go through all these things, you're not going to be able to get into the higher ranking in the corporate world. So what you want to do again is trying to survive the best you can, get your money, get out. Do your own thing. So this is it. Let me see what it's the basically this article is just a claim, or saying, I'm sorry, or I shouldn't be posting these things, and it was my fault, and I don't know why. It's just a claim to give them a second chance. For example, it says here, it was in the front of all others white classmates who were too afraid to speak up, and paralyzed with the fear of embarrassment. I bolted the room in tears. It was a traumatic moment in the middle school, but I have not obsessively held on to that experience. 5 years later, humans are perpetually changing, the day by day, week by week, and year by year. As you can see, these people are like, I made a mistake. Please don't take it upon me, because I make this mistake in my teenage years. Don't take it upon me. So in order for you to avoid that, I know that you guys are gonna be making mistakes, especially the guys that are younger guys. So whatever you do, you try to get yourself your money, get yourself situated, and try to move on to do your own thing. Once you do on your own thing, make your own money, have your own work, it will be much better that way. At least you can be able to protect yourself from this situation, and you can continue on a better and happy life. In my contributions about it is, like always, like I've told you guys, you have to follow your own purpose. Don't make, when you are working for somebody else, don't make a mess where you eat. That means that if you are working over there, don't try to talk to people, don't try to talk to women, or trying to get set up a date with a co-worker or something like that, because sooner or later you're gonna get caught, and you don't want that. You just don't want that. Just don't make a mess where you eat. Learn how to manage your priorities, which means you have you have a financial house. This financial house, it's about your priorities. You gotta have a place to stay. You gotta have a place, food in your table. You gotta have transportation, communication, and know some education, and as of to know where is it or what is it that you're gonna be doing next in your life. So if you do not have those financial priorities in your mind, the less priorities. I mean, the less things or the less priorities that you have in your list, the less unstable you become, and the more you're gonna have to stay in that job. So you gotta get your priorities straight. You gotta get your money straight, and the only way that you can make your money straight is by having a place to live, having having a place to live, having transportation, having communication, and having food in your table, and know what is your next step. What is it? What is it that you're going to be doing for a job? Skills are really important. So this time, in order for you to make your money, you have to take the time and hone your skills into in this line of job, while you're working for somebody. So when you work for yourself, you know what to do. Those are the skills that you need to acquire. Another thing you need to do is to make sure you save your money, and then you start something on your own while you are working for somebody else. If you start something on your own while you're working for somebody else, the moment it'll come to a moment where that thing that you're making on your own is gonna make more money than what you're doing while you're working for somebody else. So at that moment, it's the time to switch and say everybody goodbye, because these people are not gonna freaking care about you. They're not gonna care about you. They're just gonna care about their bottom line. And the more people they got it working on their own and under their umbrella, the better it is for the bottom line. But you're always gonna keep yourself into earning minimum wage. So what you want to do is to get out of the minimum wage and jump into something else that you can be able to make your own money and make your own things. It is imperative to learn how to be independent and to hone your skills. Imperative. If you do not learn how to do that, then you're gonna end up jumping from one work to another work to another work to another work, and be conditioned to be like that. So that's it, guys. Let me know in the comment below, what do you think about my findings. I'd like to know your opinion about it. If you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button, click the subscribe, the notification bell for more content like this. And I'll see you the next time. This is Mr. J signing out. Bye.
Two can play that game.
Because you are a joke. You're a joker.